Man, SquirrelTribe 2.0, do I have some like fun stuff for y'all. So first off, let me apologize for not making it to a Mimosa Monday live stream last night when the mothers were here. It was just, so let me explain. So you guys know, most of you know, that we were in Orlando for the last 4 days, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, because the kid went on a school field trip, and the man and I followed along just to be close in case anything happened, because people suck and people are crazy and anything's possible, right? And then it gave the man and I a chance to kind of hang out, and it gave our moms, my mom and his mom, the ability to come to Florida, to come hang out at our apartment and watch the dog, so we didn't have to board Max. It was like a win-win-win situation for everybody, right? The moms had a blast. They went to the beach. They went to Tiano's pool. If you guys have seen Tiano on our videos, you know who he is. They went and hung out with him at his pool while we were out of town. We went to Orlando and hung out at the hotel. We went and hung out and we hit up Costco on the way. We hit up IKEA. We went to Universal Studios, City Walk. We didn't go to the park ourselves. And all kinds of fun stuff happened. Also a lot of really like what the kind of stuff happened. So we'll just start from the beginning. So the moms got here on Tuesday last week. And I think it's been that long since I've seen you guys because, well, y'all saw my little southern skit that I put up. But besides that, I think it's been like a week since I've seen y'all. And I apologize. I'm sorry. It's been hectic. So the moms got here on Tuesday. We hung out. We had food. I don't even know what we did. My brain is so full of stuff right now. Like, what did we do Tuesday? What did we do Wednesday? And then Thursday morning we left. We left at like 6:30 a.m. on Thursday to drive to Orlando. What the hell happened on Tuesday and Wednesday? Oh, no. What did we do on Wednesday? Y'all, I'm only 42. Why does my brain just get rid of vital information? That it's been 7 days and already my brain's like, nah, get rid of that. You still need to remember all the lyrics from Backstreet Boys songs in the 90s. You don't need to know what you did last Tuesday and Wednesday. What did we do oh, we went on a boat. Y'all. We went on a boat on Wednesday. We took the moms out on a boat. We had fun. Y'all did see that. So I did have a video up last week. See? This is what happens to my brain. And I don't even do drugs. Isn't that like crazy? My personality, my lack of memory, you would think a lot of drugs have been involved in my life. Not a single one. My mom put the fear of everything into me when I was little, that if I tried one drug, that would be the one that would kill me. So I've never tried a drug. I've also never snuck out of the house, because if I snuck out of the house and she found out, all the locks would be changed before I got home, and then I'd have to find out how to live on the streets because she wouldn't help me. Therefore, I've never done anything wrong. I'm like a little golden girl, right? So we did the boat on Wednesday, and then Thursday we left to go out of town. So driving, we were going to follow the kids' buses, right? There was like 2 or 3 buses from the school that were going, and we were going to follow the buses. And then we were like, no, we've got the kid on Life 360. We can track everything, whatever. So the man and I decided we were going to go ahead and go, and we were going to stop at Costco, which I'm going to put Costco stuff right here in the middle. I don't normally do this, but here goes Costco stuff. Okay, now y'all saw Costco stuff. So besides that, anyway, so we did the Costco thing, right? And then we went and made it to our hotel, checked in at the hotel, and then we went to eat food. I don't remember where we went to eat the very first day. Where did we go eat? Oh, we went to the mall. Was that the mall? No, Thursday was the first day. We didn't go to the mall on the first day. I don't know what we did on the first day. I should have made notes. And this is why my brain and I fight each other all the time, because this is why the man should be here, and we should be doing this as a live stream instead of a recording, because I don't remember what the hell we did on Thursday. What did we do Thursday? We went somewhere. So we went somewhere on Thursday and we had some food or something. That's not helpful. So then Friday we went to a mall, and then we went to IKEA. That video will actually be going up on SquirrelTribe Life at some point. You guys are going to lose your minds over there. Trust me. We had a lot of fun. So we did that. And then we went and okay, so here's the thing. Friday, we decided to go to this restaurant that we had been to the last time we were in Orlando. Okay, we went for Christmas. Do you guys remember? Probably. We went to Disney over Christmas. It was like a bucket list thing for me. So we went to Disney over Christmas, and we went to this place called BJ's restaurant or whatever, and bar. I don't know what it's called fully. But we went to the one. I can't even tell you which one it is because that's not nice of me. But we went to this one last time we were there. And our server, Ty, was amazing. We love Ty. She was great. So this trip, we decided we were going to go back to the same place. And here's where having just a little half of a brain cell working would have come in handy. My brain should have gone, we should call first and make sure Ty still works there. We didn't do that. We just went. So we go to this place, BJ's on Vineland. Vineland? Whatever. Now you know. Vineland Avenue, okay? Over near Disney stuff. So we go. And it's like such a random time. It's maybe 2 o'clock. I don't even know what time it is, but we decided to go because we got free breakfast at the hotel. They have really good breakfast. One morning we had French toast. One morning we had Belgian waffles. We didn't eat breakfast the last morning because we left late, and I'll tell you what happened on the last morning because it was great. But so we go to this restaurant, right? And we decided to sit at the bar. Okay, because we like the bar area. The man was going to edit a video, so he brought his backpack with his computer or whatever else. So we go to the bar. And, I'm going to sound so mean when I do this, and I hope that, you know what, it is what it is. So we go to the bar, and we sit down, and the bartender, the lady working the bar, she's like running around like a chicken with her head cut off, right? And she brings us menus. She's like, can I get y'all something to drink? And I'm like, can we start with water right now? I don't really know what we want. And she goes, cool. I'm out of here in 10 minutes, but I'll help you until, you know, whatever. We're like, cool. So I'm thinking to myself, we're not going to order anything until she's done. That way there's no starting of a tab and then closing out and then starting again. And then I didn't want to start with her and make her do work. And then somebody else comes in and then takes over and she doesn't get any tip out of it. You know what I mean? So I was like, we'll just wait. So then like 20 minutes had gone by and she's still there and she's still like doing stuff, but she hasn't really talked to us again. And I'm like, okay, well, can we go ahead and can we order a drink? And I ordered a margarita and the man ordered a margarita because it was a happy hour. It's like $6 margaritas. And I was like, yes, please. So we ordered margaritas and then we ordered spinach artichoke dip, which the artichoke dip was banging. So good. So the man orders this spicy margarita and I order a regular margarita. And she makes them and she brings them over. And mind you, she's not really paying that much attention to us, although she did do something nice. We asked her if Ty still worked there and she said no, she left about the same time you did because we explained to her we'd been there before. And she goes, well, let me see if she remembers who you are. So she takes our picture and she sends it to her and Ty replies back. She goes, oh my God, they were so cute. I love them. I remember them, blah, 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 right? So then after that, we're drinking our drinks. Kevin, he takes the first sip and he's like, well, I can taste the mix and I can taste the spice. I'll let you know if I ever taste tequila. And I'm like, well, it's $6 margaritas. It's, you know, it is what it is, right? Mine was fine. So then this couple comes and sits down at the end of the bar and they're dressed up. It looks like they're going to go to a wedding or something. Not theirs. They're clearly just like guests of the wedding. But the guy wants to order some whiskey and there's like this whole issue. So they were out of the whiskey he wanted. So they ordered this flight, which is like 4 different drinks. And the bartender says, you get 4 different whiskeys to try, 1 ounce each for $20, or you can have 2 ounces of this whiskey for $17. Well, the flight made more sense. You get technically 2 more ounces for only $3 more. It made perfect sense. So the guy was like, okay, I'll do a flight. So he starts telling her the 4 whiskeys that he wants. Well, they're out of one of them, and so she felt bad. So she gave him like 4 ounces of each of these things. She like went bonkers on pouring this thing for this guy, right? So the guy gets the flight and he's like, damn, he's like super excited, right? It's $20 and this is like $60 worth of whiskey sitting in front of him. So Kevin's finished up his spicy shitty margarita and I'm still working on mine because I wasn't really drinking it like that. And she comes over and she goes, would you like another one? He goes, listen, this is what's crazy. This is what's so crazy. She's like, you want another one? And he was like, I think I want to have what he's having. And then she goes, oh, did you not really like that one? He goes, it wasn't really, you know, whatever. She goes, don't worry, I'll hook you up. And then she leaves and goes and starts making him a margarita. And we're looking at each other and I'm like, you told her you wanted the flight, right? And he's like, yeah. So then she comes back with another margarita and sets it down. And she's like, this one's better. I hooked it up. And he's like, okay. So then he takes a sip of it after she walks away and he's like, there's a little flying thing in here. Sorry. He's like, this is awful. All she did was like add more tequila in it, but it still didn't taste good. Like it was still like not a good margarita. So I ended up ordering another one because we're still sitting there. It's like we're like 45 minutes in, right? We finished the artichoke dip. We're just hanging out. She's still there. She's only supposed to be there 10 minutes. It's been like a full almost hour since she said that. And she's still doing all her closing stuff, like getting all the bar stuff ready, like cutting the limes and making the batches of all the mixes and stuff, right? And then she is not really talking to us. Every time I want something, I have to like flag her down because she hasn't moved us on to the next server or bartender. And I've told her 3 times, hey, we can go ahead and close these out with you if you like, so you don't have to worry about us anymore. She's like, no, it's fine. I got you. But she never really did. She never really asked us if we wanted anything. I had to like flag her down and ask if we could order food. So we finally order food. The food runner brings the food out. We eat the food. It's good, right? And then she's like, can I get you guys anything else? I'm like, no, we'll go ahead and pay, that way if once you're done, you can just go. And we were going to tip her. So here's where whatever. The guys the guy at the end who got like the $60 worth of whiskey for like $20, she made some comment after she picked up the receipt from somebody. She goes, oh, $4.20 tip. And we were thinking that guy only left her $4 on that. And I was like, man, I would have left way more because that was like a really nice pour, right? So Kevin pulls $20 out. This is in the beginning, right? He pulls $20 out and he's like, just, give this to her when you get a chance. But she never came back to help us. So I never had the ability to give her a 20 as like I see you working really hard and getting all the stuff done, thanks, blah, 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 right? She never came back for me to give her the 20. So then as time goes on, I'm like, babe, take your 20 back. Like, I don't know what to do with this because she hasn't come back, right? So finally we're closing out and we're talking to her or whatever. And she's telling us how management there sucks and how she takes pictures of everything she does so that they can't say she didn't do her job and whatever else. And then we felt bad for her, right? But I'm telling him, I'm like, she was supposed to leave over an hour ago and she's doing all this stuff. Does that mean she had bad time management? Because this place was not busy. Why didn't she have all this stuff done already? I don't really feel that bad anymore. It was like a weird situation, right? So I've got the 20 and I wasn't going to hand it over to her yet. But then I was like, okay, so I hand her the 20 and I was like, just as a, thanks. And then plus that guy only leaving you $4. She goes, oh, no, I thought the 420 was funny because, 420. And I was like, oh, okay, whatever. So I give her 20. She gives us our bill, right? She gives us our bill. And then she goes, oh, wait, hold on. I forgot to add your margarita to it. So she takes our bill away, goes and adds more margaritas to it and brings it back. The one that she made Kevin where she's like, oh, you didn't like it? I'll hook you up. She charged him for it. He didn't even ask for it. He wanted the whiskey flight, yet she charged him for that margarita anyway. And he was like, but I didn't ask for it. You said you were going to hook it up and you made it. And maybe it's weird because we have a bartender friend and we go places and we know how things generally work. So for her to have charged felt kind of weird. So we didn't tip any more than that, which was still more than 20% at the end of our bill. But it was just like a weird thing. So then we're like, well, we're probably not going back there again. We learned our lesson. So then, y'all, on Sunday, I made reservations over 2 weeks before this thing started, before this trip for Cowfish at Universal Studios City Walk. Cowfish is one of my all-time favorite places because of this one thing that they carry, this one thing that we had that I felt, it was an ahi tuna sandwich, and they use like rice paper filled with crab meat as the buns, and then it had seaweed salad on it and edamame and like ponzu and stuff, and I'm drooling now. It is the best thing I've ever eaten anywhere ever, hands down. If I could figure out how to make it myself and make it every day, it's all I would eat for the rest of my life. I would give up chicken wings and pizza and tacos and other sushi. Look, I'm drooling because that thing is so good, right? So I make this reservation at Cowfish, and I'm so excited for it on Saturday. Saturday, not Sunday. So the BJ's was Friday, and then Cowfish was supposed to be Saturday night because that's also the night we could see the kids. She was going to be in Universal City Walk having dinner at Hard Rock Cafe. So I timed our reservation with when her group was eating so we could see them at the end, right? So we get to City Walk. And for those of you who don't know, Universal Studios and all that area, after 6 p.m., parking is free. At 5:59, parking is $25. So you get there a few minutes early, you better pull your little ass over to the side and just sit there with your flashers on waiting, or else you're paying $25 to park when in just 60 seconds it's free, because they're not going to tell you that it's free at 6 o'clock, right? So we pull over to the side, we wait, we watch people going in at 5:50, 5:57, and I'm like, what are they doing? Why are you paying for this? And I want to get out and be like, no, don't do it. It's a scam, right? But then I figured they would turn us away and then I wouldn't get Cowfish, and it would be a horrible, horrible night for everybody because I would pout like crazy. So I didn't say anything. I just sat there going, oh, you've just wasted all your money. Oh, you wasted so much money. Oh, quit wasting money, right? As I'm sitting here trying to go out to eat at a restaurant. But anyway, so finally 6 o'clock and we go in and we park and we go and we get inside the park and it's like 5 No, our reservations were 6:45 and it's like 6:10. So we're just walking around a little bit. And then I was like, okay, well, let me go check in with them. So like 6:30, I went and checked in. I was like, hey, reservation, gave them a name and phone number. And I was like, I'm so excited, right? And we've been there like 2 or 3 times. We sat on the outside patios both times. We've never sat inside. So when I confirmed my reservation or whatever, the girl was like, would you like inside or out? And I was like, inside today. We're going to try something new. Plus it's really bright and hot as balls outside. So inside, please. She's like, okay, cool. So then 6:48 comes along and I get the text on my phone that our table's ready. So we go in and you go up to the second floor, which is where you're supposed to go, and you go in, and then the server, the hostess there will tell you what table you're at. So we get up there and she goes, you're gonna go up to our 3rd floor. You'll go around this corner and take this elevator up to our 3rd floor. And I'm like, oh, hey, we getting the fancy stuff. So we take the elevator to the 3rd floor and we walk out and I was like, the hell is this? It was like walking into a furnace. It was hot as balls up there. And then it was like a small little cramped dungeon. There was no like life up there. It was just, everybody's like, eating like that. It was like so weird. And so we get there and I get out of the elevator and the guy that's there, the host for that floor, he's like, hi. And I was like, hey, she sent us up. He goes, oh, you just needed a table? And I was like, well, we have a reservation at 6:45. And so they told us to come up here. And he was like, oh. And then he's like on his little walkie-talkie headphone thing to the downstairs trying to figure out what we're doing up there and where we're supposed to go. I feel like the 3rd floor is reserved for people who make a ruckus, and no ruckus had been made, just so we're all fully aware. We were just sitting outside waiting on our table. But I feel like the 3rd floor was for people who did not have reservations, but they found a way to like sneak them in and move them upstairs, or people who, I don't know what the 3rd floor was for. It made no sense to me. It was awful, whatever it was. So finally the guy was like, okay, follow me this way. He's like, you can sit at this bar. It was literally just a slab of like countertop and nothing around it. It was just a slab of counter to sit at. And I was like, no, I'd rather have like a little more atmosphere if possible. And he's like, okay, well, I got your table. And he takes us into this like bird cage looking rounded room that the second you walk through those doors, it was like, it's a lot. I don't know what to do with myself. And then he tries to seat us at a table that had like these massive blue drapes that were covering the window so you couldn't see anything. And then the chairs were like this far away from the people around you. And Kevin and I were like, I don't want to do this. I don't like how this feels. This is not enjoyable. I don't want to do this. So picked the menus up, went back to the guy and said, hey, is there any way to like get back on the reservation, like wait and sit downstairs? So he gets on his little walkie-talkie. He's like, hey, yeah, I have 2 people that reservations, but they want to come back down and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, okay, cool, go back down. So we went back down to the 2nd floor, go to the hostess lady. There's like 4 of the hostesses standing around waiting to take people to their tables, right? And we walk up and I've got on a SquirrelTribe shirt and I'm like, yeah, so, trying to cover. I'm like, so is there any way to like get back on the list for in here or maybe even out on the patio or something? Because upstairs wasn't really comfortable and I'm so sorry, but I didn't really want to be up there. And she was like, well, you can sit at the bar, but there's no seats available. Or you can go out on the patio. We've got 2 seats. We can work out there. We're like, cool, we'll do the patio. Even though it's hot, it's fine. It's better than the stifling heat of upstairs. At least the patio's open so you get a breeze and stuff, right? So they seat us. And at first Kevin was like, I feel like maybe we're not supposed to be here. Like maybe we're not supposed to be here since it started off weird and it's never started off weird before, right? He's like, I feel like this is a sign that we're not supposed to be here. I'm like, no, it's fine. We're able to get a table. We ate right here before. It's, it's not a big deal. So then the server comes over, really, really nice, pretty girl. She comes over, asks us if we like something to drink. We order waters and I start looking at the menu. And again, my dumb ass not doing research ahead of time. The irony there. I didn't call to see if Ty still worked at BJ's and it didn't occur to me to look at the menu online. So I'm sitting there and I'm looking at the menu and I'm like, turn around, turn back around. Babe, they don't have my sandwich anymore. And he's like, huh. He goes, I don't remember what I got here last time either. And I was like, but they don't have my sandwich anymore. And so we just sat there and looked at each other. And then the server came back and I was like, hey, quick question, ma'am. Did you like change the menu? And she goes, yep, they changed the menu. She goes, we came into work one day and the menu was just different. And I said, so the ahi tuna sandwich? She goes, that's the same one everybody asks about. A lot of people get up and leave because we don't have it anymore. There's been a lot of complaints about it. And we can't even make it. They don't even have the ingredients anymore to do it, even though we make sushi still. So Cowfish, the whole point to them is that they have burgers and they have sushi. So you have a mix of both, so everybody should be happy with something. All of their burgers are regular burgers now. They've gotten rid of anything, in my personal opinion, that was like a meld between the two. The ahi tuna sandwich was kind of like a meld between the two because it was a handheld kind of thing. They don't have anything like that anymore. So the man and I were like, I hate to do it. I'm so sorry. And she's like, trust me, I get it. It happens all the time. It's not a big deal. We got up and left. So then we leave. We've wasted 30 minutes at this point. And we're like, well, now what? Anywhere inside City Walk at 7:15 on a Saturday is going to have a wait. So then we try to go to this like sports ESPN-y kind of thing, not realizing that the Derby, Kentucky Derby was going on. So it was like slammed and people are watching a bunch of horses run in circles. It's like NASCAR for animals, I guess. So we finally see 2 open seats at the bar. There's a bunch of crap on the counter, like the people had just left or whatever. So we walked over to the seats and just stood at the seats waiting for them to come clean off the table or the little section. 15 minutes later, nobody had ever even come over or done anything, even though they'd walked past it numerous times. So we were like, all right, well, this one's not going to work. So then we leave that. So then we go see the kid. We meet up with the kid and her group and meet the chaperones and everything else. And that was fun. No. Before that, after ESPN was a crapshoot, we went over to Bubba Gump, which we have that here, even though we've never been here because we went to the one at Universal a long time ago, the man and I did. And he had never seen Forrest Gump at that point. And I was like, are you kidding me right now? So we went to Bubba Gump and we sat at the bar upstairs and ordered a drink there. And I mean, nothing on the menu looked good. We couldn't bring ourselves to pay $27 for like frozen seafood there when we can pay the same or less here for like fresh caught stuff. So we didn't eat anything there either. So we had a drink and then we went and met the kid. And then afterwards we left, right? They still had time there. They went back into the park and did some other stuff. We left and we're like, what are we going to do to eat? Because now it's like 8 o'clock or a little after 8 and there's not really anything that's open around here. We're like, maybe we'll go to TGI Fridays because there was one kind of near the park. Was like, we could go there. And instead we decided on a Kobe steakhouse, which is really hibachi. I don't know why they call it a steakhouse. It's a hibachi kind of thing, right? It's not like a Fleming's or a Outback or what, like, it's not a steakhouse. Isn't it called Kobe Steakhouse? Anyway, so we ended up going to Kobe and we get there and the hibachi, if you wanted hibachi, it was like a 45-minute wait and we were hungry. So we're like, no, we'll just take a regular table. So we get a regular table, we order hibachi style stuff that they'll make in the back and bring to your table, right? And when the food came out, there was so much fried rice on this thing that it was absolutely ridiculous. There was so much stuff. Kevin could not even finish a fourth of what he had. We ended up taking a bunch of it back to the hotel. I'm allergic to ginger and coconut. We know this. Turns out they use a lot of ginger in teriyaki sauce. I've never had an issue with it before until Saturday night. That is all I will say to you. Saturday night, there's a lot of issue with what I ate. So Sunday, I wasn't very hungry Sunday because of everything that happened to my stomach and everything else to me on Saturday. But then Sunday, we left early and I'm super excited. We actually stopped on our way home and met Sarah for coffee at Starbucks. You guys know Sarah if you've been here ever before in life on SquirrelTribe 2.0 or SquirrelTribe or Kevin or SquirrelTribe Life. You know Sarah as one of our moderators and she's been here forever, so she's definitely a friend. We got to meet her on Sunday. We hung out for a little over an hour, had coffee, had conversation. Kevin and I got in the car and left and we're like, we didn't even talk about YouTube. We literally just had conversation the entire time and it was freaking amazing. I got pictures with her, so I'm happy. And it was great to meet her. And she is literally the only person we have gone out of our way to meet. Like we've met other people from YouTube, but they have been YouTubers. We met Chris Igo at Vid Summit in LA in 2022. We met Trucking Prepper and his wife Liz in LA also because they stopped in to see us and bring me my squirrel lighter. And then I think that's really it. We've met another Zach, I don't know how you say Zach's last name. He's a realtor here. We met him through YouTube, but Sarah is the only person we've ever like willingly gone out of our way to go meet, and it was totally worth it because Sarah's awesome. But we've run into people who've recognized us while we've been traveling or stuff. But it was fun doing like I won't call it a meet and greet because that just sounds weird, but it was a lot of fun. I had a ton of fun getting to sit there and have a drink with her and talk about stuff. And then we got home on Sunday way earlier than expected. Y'all, Sunday was Cinco de Mayo, and we decided we were going to try something different and go to a Mexican restaurant on Cinco de Mayo. Never again. Never again. You get a shorter menu, you get way less service, and it just wasn't a good thing for us. I don't know if you guys did anything for Cinco de Mayo or not, but we did not. Then yesterday, for a Monday, we were going to have the 2.0 Mimosa Monday live stream, but the moms really wanted to go to Dewey Destin, which is in Navarre. And in order to do that, we have to drive on Okaloosa Island, and traffic would be hellacious because it's headed towards Hurlburt Field, which is the Air Force area, and traffic over there would be awful. So it's either 2.0 live stream and not be able to go to the fun place for dinner that we like to go, or do the dinner and then not get to do the live stream. And I picked blood family over YouTube family, and I hope you guys understand, and I know you will. So I apologize for that. There will be a makeup mimosa something. Hopefully, maybe tomorrow for Hump Day we'll do a live stream. But I just want to give you kind of like a little fill in on what happened over the weekend. I know there's a lot more, but this is almost already 30 minutes long, and I'm not trying to talk your face off for the entire day. So I just want to tell you everything that happened, and then on the next live stream we'll like deep dive into more of all the stuff that transpired over the last couple of days, and then some other stuff. So SquirrelTribe 2.0, I love you immensely, but I'm gonna say bye now because I have to tinkle. So I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.